You are living in the stress bubble of life, and everybody's running in different directions. Life is crazy. I've been there. How do you create a climate of connection in your family, especially for some of you who have blended families? Today, I'm going to give you several tips from an expert friend of mine on how you can build family connection in the stress bubble of life. I want to get in the meat of this podcast. I want to talk about creating a climate of connection. This comes from my friend Ron Deal. He's one of the most widely read and viewed experts on blended families in the country. He's the founder of Smart Step Families, director of Family Life Blended for Family Life Radio, and he's the author of over a dozen books, including the best-selling book, Building Love Together in Blended Families, that he co-authored with Dr. Gary Chapman, who, as you know, wrote The 5 Languages of Love. So here are 10 things that you can do to strengthen your family. Of course, the first one is strengthen your marriage. If you want to have a better family, get the marriage in order. God, bride, kids. Your wife is more important than your kids. Strengthen your marriage and see what happens next. Number 2, apply the love languages with wisdom. So guys, first of all, we need to learn what those love languages are. I don't have them on my screen here, but they are words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, gifts, and touch, physical touch. So those are the 5. I just pulled them out of thin air, but it's not knowing the 5 that really matters. It's knowing how to speak the language to those you love. How do each of those in your family respond to their love language, and learn to speak that dialect. That is so important. Number 3 is this: seek to build bridges, especially when it comes to blended families. I'm from a blended family. My parents were divorced when I was 13. So seek to build bridges with your stepchildren and bridges with your children to your stepchildren. There are always bridges to build. Even in the nuclear family unit, where do you need to build a bridge? Identify, I talked about this in my book, Dialed In, the chapter on the leader. There's a Greek word in there that Paul uses when he says manages his household well. He spends more time on this trait of family management or leadership than any other trait. And this word proistomai literally means to build a wall. In this case, we could say build a bridge. Where do I need to build a better bridge to one of my family members so I can create a climate of connection or better connection? Number 4 is this: have fun and gather around a common ground. Have a game night. Go on vacation. One of the things when my kids were little, we were so poor. There was a season about 3 years where Burger King had 99-cent Whoppers, and we were just broke. We'd go to Burger King, we'd get a bunch of Whoppers, we'd drive to Morro Rock at sunset, and we would just sit there in our Suburban and just eat Whoppers. I've got just great memories of spending like $5 for a whole family meal, going to Morro Rock and watching the sunset. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be anything. Find ways to connect. Get out and go for a hike. Just find ways that you can have common ground and connect. Number 5 is expect the golden rule. So part of leading a family is building an expectation. So you, as the leader of your household, the manager of your household, have to have this expectation that we will do unto others as we want them to do to us. And if that expectation is not met, there will be disciplinary actions taken. So this is really important. Number 6 is recognize the importance of each child. Oftentimes, especially in blended families, one child can get lost in a shuffle. In our family, we have 5 extroverts: my wife, myself, my oldest son, James, my youngest son, Colton, and my middle son, Darby, who I'm extremely close to. He is the introvert. It's always been really important for me, because he's our middle son and he's our only introvert, to really make him feel special and loved, because he is. But because of his introvert personality, he's not going to go out there and throw his life in front of you and vomiting words like the other two, So make sure that you recognize the importance and value of each child in your family. Number 7 is encourage cheering for each other on. I'll tell you what, I love my oldest son, James. He is a cheerleader. He just wants to party for somebody. He wants to celebrate somebody's win. And when you have that victory, that celebration mindset, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you outdo one of the siblings here or you're better here, if we're all celebrating together, create a culture of celebration and cheering each other on. Because man, you should be the biggest fan for every family member in your family. It is so fun when you are walking and living in a life of celebration and cheering instead of jealousy and envy. So number 8 is this: create rituals of connection and traditions. You know, for example, every Christmas we sit down and we read Luke chapter 2 together. And now that my kids are adults, they do that with their children. You know, we love to do stuff together as a family. Like, for example, you guys know this, my kids and I, we hunt together. It's what we do to connect together. We all work out. Everyone in our family works out. And so we're constantly sending pictures and just back and forth with things that we're doing, these traditions and things that we do to create connection. It's just, we have a family thread that they're constantly talking to each other on this thread, throwing pictures, connecting with common traditions, common rituals, common ways that we connect. As I'm recording this podcast, Easter is a week away. We are all coming together to connect over that very, very special holiday. Number 9 is from Gary Smalley. I heard this in the early 1990s. It was deeply impactful for me. And now his friend Greg, of Focus on the Family, has a great podcast for marriages called Crazy Little Thing Called Marriage with his beautiful wife, Erin. You know, but his dad, Gary, taught me, take road trip vacations, go on vacation. And the reason why Gary Smalley was so passionate about family vacations was that is where things go bad. Fires don't light. Barbecue pits don't work. Things are forgotten. Sleeping bags get wet because of the weather. You know, things happen when you go on road trips, when you take vacations together, especially camping vacations. So make sure you spend time together traveling. And man, we would do road trips to Idaho when our kids were little, 21-hour road trips with children all under 5 years old. You don't think there's some stories there? Oh, baby. And then number 10, and finally, is this. This statement is very, very important. Out of respect for me. So if we live and respect each other, and I think this is probably where my family failed younger, when our kids were younger, we try to create a culture of respecting each other's possessions, each other's emotions, each other's words, each other's position. Live a life of respect. Guys, I hope this helps you, that these 10 simple steps help you connect with your family, especially you guys in blended families. It's a different dynamic. I hope this helps you today. Until next time, feel the wet sand on the arena floor. Hear the deafening roar of the crowd. Taste the sweetness of victory. Smell the stench of battle. Get in the game, get dirty, grind it out, build family connection, and be a man.